Hello, welcome to our second Google Hangout, and tonight we are going to be discussing a variety of different tools that you can use in the classroom, all recommended by Kathy Shreve. So we are going to start with Molly, and she's going to let you know about a few different tools.
All right, so Jack Dorsey, CEO of Twitter. You can learn more information about Jack Dorsey and the benefits of using this website if you go to this link that I located, left-hand corner, and click About. Twitter can be used for many different strategies in and out of the classroom, such as instant feedback, answering questions, creating discussion outside of class, announcements, notifications about completed assignments, follow conferences, communicate with professionals, taking notes, keeping parents informed. You can create a poll and have the class participate with that. Politicians, and you can watch communication between the classes and also create review. The SAMR model to Twitter. Using Twitter to send out announcements to the class instead of assigning work face-to-face. Saves time for teachers and students instead of taking the time in class to copy down the board. Instant feedback and quick responses from the teacher and students instead of waiting for answers through email. Students in discussion through polls, news media, and current events, then assess and receive data much faster than taking a test and grading it. So to conclude, using Twitter, it saves time, uses, it's connect world events, and you can access some internet hard for some students who don't have included. And relating Twitter, how you can create, evaluate, analyze, apply, understand. The next tool I used was the iPad. Steve Jobs, is the owner of the iPad. To find out more information on how to and incorporate them in the classroom, you can click this link. Easy to navigate. There's apps for just about. It's fun for kids. It applies to all ages. Even apps for professional development. So applying the SAMR model to that. We can substitute by apps that can be used. Was correct. Find and use thousands of apps relating to various topics. And for redefine, it saves time, works fast, it's easy to share data, replaces pencil and paper, and replaces old computers and keyboards. So concluding iPads, they're just about any app you could think of. Uses such as videos, math, it's proven student test scores. Glitches in the software get removed. Students can break them. Younger students in my classroom. And here's an image of applying iPads with the SAMR model and some different apps. Let's include and my references. Moving on to Lisa.
Okay, so today the first tool I picked was Google Forms. Google was founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in 1998, and to find more information you can go to the Google website. Google Forms, you can create form surveys and quizzes, you can edit and share with other people. Educators can use it to assess students, and you can give and receive feedback. So for applying the SAML module, for substitute, instead of using paper and pencil, students can fill out forms online. For augment, students can fill out the forms even if they are absent from school, and teachers can organize the students' responses into a spreadsheet automatically. For modify, teachers and students can compare and contrast results immediately after the forms are filled out. And for redefine, teachers can share the results with other people. They can reach unlimited number of learners, and students can collect data from individuals everywhere for projects. And for the conclusion, it's a free tool. You just need to log in. It's easy to use, but does come with a help page if you need it. It allows us to screen reader, talkback, and zooming. You have access to an unlimited class size, and you can give and receive feedback. Some constraints may be that you must have access to technology and you must have access to the internet. And that's the reference. And the next tool I picked was Google Drawings, and this was also founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in 1998, and you can find more information on the founders on the Google website. It's a virtual board to create drawings, paste images, link videos and websites, and insert things such as text, shapes, and tables. Users can create charts, diagrams, concept maps, storyboards, and art using it. So for substitute, instead of using poster boards, students can use Google Drawings to create virtual posters. For augment, students can collaborate on the same poster at school or at home, and the student's work is also visible to the teacher through the history. For modify, students can create interactive displays with pictures, movable objects, and links. And for redefine, teachers as well as students can provide critiques from anywhere. And then for the conclusion, there's no set classroom size. It provides accessibility for students with disabilities like braille displays and screen readers. It allows access on any device. It's free to use with login, and some constraints are that you need technology and internet access. And that's the link. So now we're going to go to Rachel, who's going to share her tools.
All right. All right, so the first tool I used was called Spiral. Spiral was founded by Martin Oliver. He's a professor, and so if you want more information, you can see the Spiral's Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. What it is it allows teachers to make any classroom an interactive learning space. It's really simple to use. You can either make a presentation or you can make an assessment on it. You can also assign group work. Some possibilities is that you could have the students work on the assignment together on the computer, which eliminates the need for every student to have a paper instruction, so it cuts down on paper. So applying the SAMR model to Spiral. Substitute it's one way that you can teach the lesson and have an assessment in one. Augment eliminates the need for paper assignments and writing notes on the board. It's also more interactive. Modify, instead of having a PowerPoint and a handout, you can have a video presentation and an online assessment. And for redefine, you can show the presentation about the subject and assign group work and assessments in one place. Eliminates the needs for paper handouts. And for the conclusion, it saves time, it's all in one, it's more interactive. Some possible constraints is that the student or the school needs to have access to internet and access to either a computer or an iPad or tablet of some sort. My next tool is called SurveyMonkey. It was founded by David Ebernsman. He's the founder, the chair of the board, and the chief executive officer. For more information about SurveyMonkey, you can go to their help page on their website, or you can visit their Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, YouTube, or you can even subscribe to their blog. What the purpose of this tool is to collect feedback in a safe and anonymous way. All you have to do is create a survey, and you can either have selected response answers or you can have write-in responses. Some possibilities is that you could send surveys to parents online to take about something we did in class, or you could even give this to your students. Applying the SAMR model to SurveyMonkey. Substitute is that it takes away the need for sending home a paper survey. Using a web-based instead of a paper survey, you get feedback instantly, and you don't have to sort through papers and look at and read everyone's responses. Instead, you would have to instead of having to take the survey by hand, the student could take the survey anywhere, as long as they had a computer. So if the student was absent, you wouldn't have to worry about not having their and redefine. In the classroom, you could create the survey and have the students take it during, and you could also use it like an assessment. You could also even have the students create their own survey as like a project. It's easy. In conclusion, it's easy. It's also free. It's interactive. You get the results fast. One of the constraints is that the students, again, you need to have internet access and access to either a computer or a tablet. And there are my references. And we're going to end things with Alexis.
All right. Okay. All right, so my first tool is Cuckoo, and it's an online diagram software that can be used for digital storytelling, and the tool allows you to plan by creating graphic organizers and diagrams, and the tool allows you to share your plans and layouts with team members and others around the world. So the tool was created by NewLab. NewLab is a software that is based out of the United States and Japan, and the software focuses on creating software to help with communication and collaboration. And NewLab was created by 3 programmers named Masanori Hashimoto, Toshitaka Agata, and Shinosuke Tabata in 2004. And to learn more about the creators of NewLab, you can visit the NewLab history website. And the purpose of the tool and the ease of the tool is that it allows easy access to templates, stencils, and diagrams. It provides tools to easily edit templates, and it can also easily save templates that have been created or edited. And the possibilities are that it provides easy sharing to collaborate with team members. It enables creations of new templates to use in classroom settings for students and teachers, and it easily allows you to add pictures, charts, and more diagrams into the content that you're teaching. So for the SAMR model substitution, you can use a computer to create graphic organizers and diagrams rather than only be providing with the organizers from worksheets or textbooks on traditional pen and paper. And the augment of the SAMR model is it provides students with online diagrams that can be accessed and downloaded from anywhere. And the modify of the SAMR model is that graphic organizers can be modified or redesigned, and they can also be completely created from scratch through use of the tool. And this enables students to use a specific thinking process for their digital storytelling. And finally, for redefinition, graphic organizers can be created by a teacher or a student and shared with anyone. So students can have access to anyone's organizers in charts or vice versa. So for example, students can use the tool to design a graphic organizer or diagram that they think would best suit them and help them complete the thinking process before writing or storytelling. And then they could share their template with the class, and the entire class would have accessibility to everyone's templates that they've designed, which would help everyone organize their thinking, and the class could work together to see whose chart is best. And so for the conclusion, reasons to use the tool is to create professional organizers, charts, and diagrams to help guide students in the thinking process, to allow and teach students to be able to easily create tools that will help them in the classroom, and to create good organizational skills in students. And then the possible restraints it had were access to internet, and then the fact that the tool only has a 14-day trial, and then a payment must be made in order to use the tool. And there's my references for that. My second tool is Evernote, and this tool provides students with a new way to take notes through a web-based software tool, and gives them the ability to access them from anywhere and pretty much any device. So the tool is designed to help achieve organization, easy access to notes, and easy sharing. Evernote was created by a team known as the Evernote Corporation, which was founded by Stephen Pashikov. The corporation was a private company that was headquartered in California, and the offices for Evernote are now based out of several countries, including the US, China, India, Japan, and Switzerland. And to learn more about the Evernote Corporation, you can visit their website that is about that corporation. So the purpose of the tool and the ease of the tool is that it allows students to easily take and access notes anywhere. It allows teachers to keep track of student progress. Handwritten notes can easily be scanned or searched, so that way you can take them and then you don't have to worry about losing them. Lectures can easily be recorded, and to-do list, reminders, notes, and more can all be kept in one place. And the possibilities are the feature to search notes that were created can eliminate the problem of students' notes and work getting lost. Writing on PDFs can allow for easy editing on student work. Recording of lectures can allow students to better absorb information from lectures by being able to hear them more than once. The ability to link to Google Docs and more can create an easy way to turn notes into something interactive by linking them to an assignment. And then web pages can be clipped to notes for easy referral of where the information came from. So for the SAMR model substitution, students are able to take notes through the tool rather than with just traditional pen and paper. For Augment, students are able to take notes through the tool and access them from anywhere or any device. Notes can also be downloaded to different devices such as computers, tablets, phones, and more. For modification, web clips can be added to notes so that students can go back to that full website at any time. So if students find a web page useful, they can click on their notes on the website, which will link them back to their original page. And students can also draw and edit on the notes. So if a student wanted to research outer space and they found a website about outer space, they would link it directly to their notes to refer back to that information. And they could also use it to draw a diagram of the planets on the digital notes. So referring back to websites at an early age will help children get used to the concept of including references in their work for when they get older. And finally, for redefinition, students can create class notebooks in a digital binder that can save their coursework, their schedules, their web pages, and information they gathered throughout the course of learning the subject or the unit. So once the unit's complete, they can use all of the notes and references in the notebook to complete a project, a paper, or any kind of assignment like that. So for example, students learn about oceans, they take notes about oceans over time, and they would add them to their notebook. And once they're finished and they have their final project about notebooks, about oceans, they can refer back to that notebook and use the information about oceans in it to create a short video or assignment. So the conclusion, the reasons to use the tool will help keep notes organized and prevent important information students have gathered from getting lost. It allows students to manage assignments through to-do lists and reminders they can create. It allows students to keep information in one common place, to provide students with the ability to draw, edit, and record their notes. And it also provides teachers with an easy way to view and access student notes. So the only possible constraints are that in order to be able to forward emails, access notes offline, browse the history of notes and more, you must have the premium version, which costs a monthly fee. And the notes, as I said before, cannot be accessed offline without that paid version. And then also access to internet to get the notes could be an issue. And finally, notes can only be synced across 2 devices on the free version versus unlimited devices on the paid version. And there's my references. And Lisa will close for us.
Molly.
So that concludes the Google Hangout number 2. We hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot from it.